From an amazing lady born without a nose and a sense of smell, to a group of people who are slowly changing into actual human statues, here are 10 incredibly bizarre people who suffer from very rare conditions. Some of these people still move through life trying to make the best of their conditions, and it's quite amazing to see the show of strength. Before we dive into this list, make sure to leave a like on this video. Also, if you would like to join this month's Star 5 giveaway of a brand new iPhone 14, then all you've got to do is subscribe to our channel and watch this video until the end to find and comment the hidden message. Good luck! Number 10. Johanna Watkins. Love, they say, is a beautiful thing, but not everyone has the capacity for this. Sometimes it might be just a personality issue, and other times they may be living with a rare syndrome known as mast cell activation syndrome. People living with MCAS, a rare disorder in the immune system, are allergic to staying around people. In 2017, a BBC documentary that covers the life of Johanna Watkins, who was 27 years old at the time, showed that Johanna was living with the syndrome. In her case, she finds it difficult to stay around people, including her husband, because his scent irritates her. In an interview, Johanna said she and her husband can watch a series together, but they can't see the series in the same room because she's allergic to him. Before getting married to Scott in 2013, Johanna worked as a teacher, and during their courtship, they spent a lot of time hiking. The situation between the couple got worse when, on a particular day, Scott, who just had a haircut, went to Johanna's room, only for his presence to trigger her anaphylactic symptoms. Finally, she was diagnosed, and the specified treatment for MCAS made no difference in Johanna's health. Still, the couple said they are determined to make their relationship work. They'll need a lot of luck. Number 9. Tessa Evans. The nose plays a crucial role in the human breathing process, and without it, breathing is almost an impossible task. Tessa Evans from County Londonderry was born without a nose, and her parents are banking on a medical breakthrough to keep her alive. She was born with a rare condition known as congenital rhinia, meaning she can't smell, and she also suffers from sinus cavities deficiency. According to Tessa's family, it's not just her inability to smell. It's so much scarier because she can't smell if something is dangerous, or even if food is rotten, she can't perceive anything at all. The family is hoping that a medical breakthrough, which will be completed when Tessa becomes a teenager, will restore her nose and help her live a normal everyday life. Number 8. Stephen Wiltshire. Leonardo da Vinci, the Italian polymath, was a phenomenon as far as art and painting are concerned. Still, when it comes to having an artistic and photographic memory, it's possible that no one comes close to Stephen Wiltshire. Stephen was awarded an MBE in 2006 by the late Queen Elizabeth for his role in the contribution to the art world. In coming up with the cityscape image, all Stephen needs to do is have a view of the city, even if it's only been for a minute. He will be able to transform the images of the city he has seen into a detailed cityscape artwork. Rising from a humble beginning, Stephen was born with autism and was only able to utter his first words at 3 years old while schooling in Queensmill in London. His first word was paper, and it was not until he reached 9 years old that he began to talk freely. Stephen's first project overseas was his trip to New York, where he sketched the famous Empire State Building. Despite his early challenges, Stephen has become a colossus in the art world. One of his legacies is the redesigned 80th floor observatory of the Empire State Building, which opened in 2019 and bears his prestigious signature. Number 7. The Foppers. What would you do if you lived with a condition where your body slowly turns into rock-hard bone? Well, that's the reality of these Foppers, who are part of about 700 people in the world living with this rare condition. FOP stands for Fibrodysplasia ossificans progressive, a rare condition where the muscles and the tendons of the body gradually transform into bone as the sufferer grows through life. Over time, movement becomes extremely impossible. The three foppers have lived with this condition all of their lives and have had to come up with creative ways to carry out daily activities we all take for granted. It's wild. Number 6. Billy Owen. As of 2009, Billy Owen was actively working as a motorcycle mechanic and living comfortably with his wife and 6-month-old son. The family was based in Oklahoma when Billy was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer that almost cost him his life. The negative change in Billy's health started when he started feeling a migraine, and at the same time he couldn't breathe because his right nostril was blocked. At first, doctors were treating Billy for sinusitis until his wife encouraged him to see a specialist. The specialist report released in February 2009, and it revealed that Billy had a sinonasal indifferentiated carcinoma, a rare form of cancer of the nasal cavity. The specialist said Billy's chance of surviving was 10% because of late detection. And that's where it began to get scary. The treatment cost Billy almost half of his face, including his right eye. The impact of the surgery was that Billy lost his sense of smell and dental plate. Still, he was more grateful for not losing his life to the ailment. Number 5. Brooke Greenberg. Brooke Greenberg's entire life was a mystery. She survived many health challenges that were sufficient to end her life at a very young age, but she survived them all until October 2013. Brooke was born like every other baby, but as she grew older, she began to have a retarded growth. She was growing in age, but her physical size did not change, with the exception of her nails and hair. Apparently, Brooke was born with a condition known as Syndrome X. The syndrome prevents aging just in Brooke's situation, and it came with associated ailments such as stomach ulcers, brain seizures, and a stroke. The remarkable thing about Brooke's case is that no one could explain how she usually recovered from her health complications. At 4, Brooke's parents said they already bought coffins for their daughter because she had a brain tumor, only for the doctors to inform them that the cancer was gone. Throughout her life, Brooke couldn't speak, but she sometimes laughs whenever she's happy. That was good enough for her parents. Number 4. Raman Haruna. Raman's life story is a combination of endurance, pain, and hope. Raman came into the limelight as a Nigerian girl who lived in a bucket. Raman was born with a mysterious condition similar to Brooke's, but the difference between the two is that Raman's head was growing to reflect her age, while Brooke's wasn't. Inside the bucket was the only way to relieve the Kano-born lady of the pain of not being able to stand upright. To help her case, a Nigerian journalist, Ibrahim Jirigi, donated a wheelchair to assist with her movement. Despite her condition, Raman hoped to start a business of her own, but she couldn't fulfill her lifelong dream. She died on Christmas Day in 2016. Number 3. Alex Lewis. The year 2013 will always remain the annus horribilis year for Alex because it was during this period that he had a fever that changed the trajectory of his life. It all started with the flu in November 2013, and his wife Lucy had believed her husband would recover like everyone else. Alex was a big fan of golf and a dedicated father to a son who was 2 years old at the time. Did Alex recover from the flu as anticipated? No, he didn't. At some point during the illness, he started passing out blood as urine, and his skin color began to change purple. After a series of tests, it was discovered that Alex had streptococcal infections, a deadly ailment known for causing organ failure and blood poisoning. At the hospital where he was rushed for emergency treatment, the doctors told his wife to bid him farewell because all his critical organs were shutting down. However, he pulled through, but the spread of the condition to his arm and leg meant that they would have to be amputated, including some parts of his face. Alex survived the surgery but lost his 2 legs and 2 hands. Alex believes the hard part of the war has been won, and he's looking forward to getting prosthetic arms and legs in the near future. Number 2. Liang Xiaoxiao. Liang Xiaoxiao from China is a real human being and not some scientific experiment, as many people have been made to believe. Liang was born with a rare condition known as congenital hypertrichosis terminalis. The belief that this condition is mutating her genes, preventing her from gaining weight and growing like her contemporaries. At 3 years old, Liang is 54 centimeters tall and 2.5 kilograms, making doctors in Huaihua province believe she might be the thinnest child alive. Despite Liang's condition, her parents have been consistent in their care for her, and the people of her society have embraced her. And at number 1, Chandra Bahadur Dangi. Chandra passed away in 2015, but nonetheless, he was one of the most iconic figures to have graced the Guinness World Records. Born in Naples, Chandra was born as a primordial dwarf, a condition that made sure Chandra never grew beyond 21.5 inches and 14.5 kilograms, making the Naples national the shortest man in the world. Despite his health condition, Chandra lived a remarkable life, and he lived it to the fullest of his life after dying at the age of 75. And that's a wrap for today's video. If you know someone that lived with one of the rarest conditions ever, feel free to leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe and give us a like. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you never miss a video from Star 5. Thanks for watching.